What's poppin', Silverback Nation? Great to be with you here on Thursday, March 28th. You are in the jungle. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the jungle. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell so you don't miss out any time our bets go live. Let's recap yesterday. We are unstoppable lately. We're on a 22-7 run. Yesterday we were 4-1 and went up to went up to the fourth floor of our elevator challenge, turning $20 into $1,000 in 6 days. We're on the fourth floor now. We're not going to ride the elevator today. There's only 2 games on the slate. I don't love it. I don't want to force anything. We've come really far. We've made more than 5 times our money back. I don't want to force it today. We're at like $114. We're turning it into $1,000. We got 2 more floors to go to. We have a full slate tomorrow, so the fourth floor of the elevator challenge will be tomorrow on Friday. For the season now, 318 wins, 231 losses. We are up 31.01 units. As I mentioned, 2 games on today's slate. Let's start with the Bucks and the Pelicans. A big game for both teams. Bucks trying to hold on to the 2 seed in the East. As I mentioned last video, people want that 2 seed so you don't have to face Boston until the Eastern Conference Finals. And New Orleans in the middle of the pack playing for their seeding in the Western Conference playoffs as well. New Orleans side of things. There's nothing that I love here in this game. I might look to Zion PRA. I might look to Zion over assists. His assist prop at 6.5 is kind of a high line, but without Ingram, he's been doing a lot of facilitating, especially with CJ McCollum shooting well. He's been kicking the ball out, hitting the 3. Zion's been doing a little bit of facilitating. I might look to that. It's not an official bet that I'm making, just kind of talking through the games here like we do with the new format. On the Milwaukee side of things, you always have a high line with Giannis at 30.5. He's always right around there. Your best bet today, and my favorite bet on the board today, is Chris Middleton over 2.5 first quarter points. And we've been really good with the first quarter points this season. He's been over this in 7 of his last 10 games, but under in his last 2. Law of averages tells me he's going to come back up to that today. Let's take a look at how Middleton has done in his last 10 statistic-wise in the first quarter, averaging 4.5 points a game, 3.2 field goal attempts, 8 minutes played, and 1.4 three-pointers. We just need him to hit one of those threes today, or 2 twos, or any combination of it, get to the line. But I do love Chris Middleton today, over 2.5 first quarter points. Now we go to Boston and hot Atlanta. And you saw what happened last time. Atlanta was down 30 at the halftime, came back and beat Boston on the money line. Aren't we proud of them? I see a lot of people today it's a 16.5 point spread. Of course, Trae Young's out. A lot of people are fading DeJounte Murray in the community. They're fading his under PRA. It's about 40.5 on most books. I think that's a dangerous game, Rockstar. I wouldn't take him over, but I wouldn't fade him. These are professional players, and just because the Celtics got run off the court, I think they're going to come out hot. But that doesn't mean that the Hawks are going to roll over either. They're fighting to get in the playoffs right now. They're in the second last play-in spot. They're fighting to maintain that. So they're going to show up and they're going to play hard. Now, on the Hawks side of things also, if I had to take a bet there, I would fade DeAndre Hunter. I think that 17.5 is points. I think 17.5 is a little bit of a high line for him. He's been under this in 7 of his last 10 games. And the only time that he's hit it, it's been kind of fluky things where he's up really high. His volume goes through the roof. But same players have been out in these games. So I would look to fade that. Again, these aren't plays I'm making. These are suggestions for every team, every game based on the lines that we have. We go to the Boston side of things. It's tough because if this is a blowout, you're looking at some unders there. I do like Derek White over today. He's been really hot. His over 2.5 3-pointers. He's hit 5 of his last 6 games. I think they come out hot. Porzingis over first quarter points line looks pretty appetizing as well. But my play here, what I'm betting on is Jaylen Brown over 5.5 first quarter points. Boston, like I said, embarrassed last game. I think they come out hot. Doesn't mean they're going to win the game by 1,000. I think they're going to come out on fire. And Jaylen Brown is the guy who ordinarily starts very hot for him. He's your quickest starter. Look at his last 20 games. for the point line of over 5.5. He's been over this in 16. 3 of those games he's had 5 right in the hook. So of 19 of 20 games, he's had at least 5 points in the first quarter. His last 20 first quarter average, 7.8 points a game, 6 field goal attempts, and 2.1 three-pointers. Your pick for this game is Jaylen Brown of the Celtics over 5.5 first quarter points. Have a great day, Silverback Nation. Enjoy the games, and I'll see you tomorrow with a little more money in your pocket.